So, Mr. Jet, first of all, thanks very much for coming in today. You're our first person in the profile, our first guest speaker. And as you know, we're looking at our central idea for exhibition, which is our major project for Grade 5 this year, and it's called Conflict Can Influence Our Choices and Actions. Now, we know that you are, as well as being a champion swimmer, you're a champion guy, so thanks a lot for coming along today and helping us with our exhibition. So, our central idea for our exhibition this year is conflict can influence our choices and actions. But before we start looking at that question in detail, could you outline your swimming career for us? What you've been involved in, what level, how you started, things like that.
Sir Richard, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for this chance and speaking with these kids at a different setting. I always see these kids at the swimming pool wearing shorts and shirt and stuff like that in their swimmers. It's always a good chance to talk to you in this kind of setting. And basically, growing up, I grew up in the swimming pool. I started at age 5. Most of you guys started swimming also. Age 5, and swimming lessons, then joined the swimming club. And then at around age 8, 9, 10, I started competing at a. Actually, I was a fairly gifted swimmer back then. Aside from being gifted, I was hardworking too. I was first in the pool and last out of the pool. Always, ever since I was a kid. And my parents didn't push me that hard, so I had to find something in me to push me to be able to reach a certain level at a certain age. So at age 9, I was competing against Vietnam and Swana, competing at 11 against 11 and 12s. I wasn't winning, but I was happy swimming up with these kids because you're not given many chances to do that. I mean, you're chosen to do that. And at age 12, I was pretty fast for my age. And during summer out of school, I teach swimming to little kids. So I started at age 12. Started teaching kids. So it's more than a decade I've been interacting with kids and teaching kids on how to swim. Different method then, different method now, but same thing. Interacting with kids is always different each and every day. And swimming got me through high school, scholarship, and then college also. Was under scholarship, and wasn't a pretty good student then, but it's not an excuse. Swimming helped me out. Time management, discipline, all those stuff. So basically, from age 5 until now, age 26, I'm still in the swimming pool. Right now, I'm more often in the swimming pool. Back then, when I was a kid, all of my friends were talking about TV shows. TV shows have a certain schedule of TV, right? At 5 to 6:30 p.m. or 6 to 7 p.m. I don't know those movies. I don't know those cartoons because I'll be in the swimming pool swimming since age 5 till 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. So when they talk about that in a group, I talk with the kids who are the same age. I don't know those movies. I don't know those cartoons. I don't know those TV shows. Because I'll be swimming during that time. So, but no regrets. Happy where I am now, and swimming has been my passion, and kids as well. So having to teach swimming to kids like you guys is really a blessing to me and my family.
That's a great answer. Thanks, Mr. Jet. Obviously, you started at a very young age, and your goals would have changed as you developed as a person and your seriousness towards swimming. But it started at an early age, at age 5, and you mentioned now 26, so 21 years has passed. What level did you reach as a swimmer?
I basically got to I made it to the national team at an early age. At age 12 years old, I was already competing for my country, the Philippines. So I was a fairly high level at a high pressure at an early age. But back then, when I was age 12 to 15, it was my approach to that was different. I was kind of enjoying it because I was enjoying the experience of competing abroad for free of charge. I mean, the school, the country will pay for you, so you just have to go there and swim, no matter what the results are. But once you get older, like 16, 17, 18, once you get into the higher level, the expectations from you, the country's expectation from you, the government expectation from you, the family's expectation from you changes. So the level of pressure from a certain age, a certain level, changes also. So you have to also think about it. You have to have a different approach every time, so you don't give in to the pressure. So you have to perform at a high level, during high pressure meets and high pressure events.
In terms of that, then you set yourself goals.
Mm-hmm.
What were these goals influenced by? Were they influenced by your coaches, your own ambition? You mentioned the fact before that you had opportunities to travel and different things. So setting goals, what influenced your goals, and how did you go about targeting those goals?
That's an interesting question, Mr. Richard, because growing up, these goals are affected by many things. For me, it was my personal goal, my family's goal for me, and my coach's goal for me, and what everybody else expects from you. So the different things you need to jumble in. But if you sum everything up, they only want the best for you, right? You want your personal best, like swimming a best time for 50 breaststroke for you, Swan, or 100 backstroke for you, Vinon. Things like that, personal goals, and family expects you to win a medal. They don't have any idea of what you're doing. They just, all that matters is first, second, and third. Same thing with your coaches. Same thing with everybody else, like your friends, your relatives, and your teammates. So it's all about thinking of what's the best for you, and you have to consider everybody's objective for you. So you have to consider your coach's goal. So you have to get a certain time. It doesn't matter what place you get, first, second, and third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. It doesn't matter as long as you get this time. But personally, you want to get that time and win a medal as well. So it's combining your parents' goals, parents' objectives, and your coach's goal. So winning a medal and getting a best time, that basically, normally, that's what happens for me. And then different things because there's different meets. So before you go into an international event, there's tryouts. All right, just with you guys, if you want to make the swim squad, you have to try out, right? You have to make that one lap of non-stop swimming. So it varies. So for this certain meet, I have to get that qualifying time, and after qualifying, then I have to change my goals. I have to ask my coach, I have to ask my parents, and I have to consider my personal goals as well to be able to meet the next meet's goals.